Today we are going to look at a bit of a weak point in the Haiku app universe. You're not going to believe it. It's databases. Now, we all know that the Haiku file system, still called the B file system, technically, is itself a sort of flat file database. And people files are a kind of database. The built-in mail system is a kind of database. And both are a bit wonky, not for that reason, but because they've been extended in weird directions. But let's say you have a postcard collection. You have a collection of, Bronze Age swords, and you want to catalog them, and you want to be able to see what you've got and what you're missing. Yeah. Is there something you can use? Well, you could use the base part of LibreOffice. I don't have LibreOffice on here, but I've seen it on other platforms, and it's a bit of a beast. It's very much aimed at business use. I'm thinking of something that you can just use for your own purposes, that you can customize. Another possibility, if you go to Haiku Insider, and you'll see here MariaDB has been ported, and there are front ends for it. But they all seem to be Java front ends, and you know Java. Packages are huge, and there's dependencies which are huge. Besides that, of course, there are quite a lot of specialized little databases for notes, for example. We've got hundreds of notes programs, and yeah, those are in their way little databases, but you can only use them for notes. You could just write the details of your postcard collection in a note, and then use its own search facility for that, but still not quite what we're looking for. And we've got ports like Digicam. Digicam is a database for images. Still not quite what we're looking for. So I am going to introduce you to something that I ported a couple of months back. It's called Symphytum, or Symphytum. And it is a completely lightweight flat file database running on Qt 5 and SQLite. Is that pronounced SQLite? I don't know. So you got two versions. You got form and table, and it comes with a little sample database just to show what it can do. Obviously, I've already downloaded it and installed it. So let's have a look at it. There we go. So what I wanted was a little database for this website. Keep track of what apps I've already done, because I'm starting to repeat myself. I'm starting to do apps that have already been discussed. And that's fine if you're doing it deliberately, but if you're repeating yourself, without meaning to, then people look at your gray hair and say, Michel's going senile now. But yeah, we're coming up on 200. And it's starting to get hard to remember what I've done and what I haven't done in the last 2 years. Okay, so I started creating a new database, and quickly found out that there are some limitations. You're supposed to be able to move these things around to wherever you want, and that wasn't working on this virtual machine, right? But yeah, you can make new fields. Let's create a new fields. Let's call this, what haven't we got yet? And there it is. Problem is, I don't want it like that. I want this one up here. So then I tried it on my main machine, which is not a VM, which is running on bare metal, as they say. I prefer to say bare silicon. I mean, where's the metal? And that worked perfectly. What's more, this app is available across operating systems. I found a version for Mac OS. And that makes it much more useful to me. So, begging your indulgence, I'm going to close this down. I'm now going to drag over the Mac OS version. And I created this database, which has everything I wanted, on Haiku, on my main machine. And as you can see there, I could just drag these fields to wherever I wanted them. So that was pretty cool. Then I pointed the place where it keeps its data to my Nextcloud folder. And so now it synchronizes between macOS and Haiku without much problem. Occasionally you're going to see a little warning that it couldn't synchronize this. That's because the file is open. See, but yeah, I can live with that. So let's create a new entry. Right? So you got form and you've got table. Right? Let's put in a new record. And the very first video we did was styled edit. All right, and that was, when was that? Let's see, 30 September 2023. Let's see, 2023, 30 September. And so we probably created that on the same day, but difficult to say now. Let's say we made it the day before that. Alright, let's finish this on form. And the source of that's Haiku Depot. Yeah, okay. So now all we need is to go get the YouTube URL and the image, which is not really very important. And now I can search this. I can pretty much use it as a database. And I'll paste in a screenshot if you like, and to show you that on my main machine it looks exactly the same. And it synchronizes. So that is, I think, what you need for your postcard collection, your stamp collection, your little black book. Yeah, we're computer nerds. We don't have little black books. I know, it's sad. And it runs quite beautifully. Okay, so that's Symphytum. Symphytum? I have no idea. But where does the name come from? Well, from this medicinal database, this sample database that comes with it. And it's the name of this flower. And if you look here, it's got a few more. Coffea arabica. Now that is my favorite medicinal plant. I use products from that daily, several times. Okay, so we have a little free-form database for personal use. My dog agrees. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much for watching.